Hi class, today we're doing math page 35 and 36. 1 Chronicles 16:11 tells us, "Seek the Lord and His strength. Seek His presence continually." And we seek out the Lord in our prayer time that we do each morning, and when we do our devotions each morning, and throughout the day when we look to pray and talk to Him. That's our part of seeking the Lord, asking for His strength so that we can get through the days, and asking Him to be with us continually, always. Let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to go straight to the class practice right now. And I'm going to use what they're showing us up here and take it down to these four problems. We'll do all four. Okay, so the first one, the answer is in yards, so we're going to change everything into yards. I'll put a yards right there, bring down the blank, bring down the equal sign, and I'm changing 27 feet to yards. And so we're going to box this because that's what we're changing. Go ahead and do all that, make it much neater than mine. And below the box, just like they did up there, we need to write a 1, 2, 3. We're going from feet to large. We're going from feet to yards. Are we going larger to smaller, which would mean multiply? Or are we going smaller to larger, which would mean divide? We're going feet to yards. That's going to be smaller to larger. And that means we divide. So step 1, we need a division symbol there. Step 2, what's your special number? What do you think of when you think feet and yards? And you should think 3 because there's 3 feet in a yard. So step 2 is the number 3. In step 3, we simply go 27 divided by 3. So I'm going to do that down here, 27 divided by 3. 3 goes into 27 9 times. So 9 is our answer here. Put a 9 here, and then put a 9 up here, and that is our final answer. Okay, B. They want to know in inches. It says inches here, so I'm going to just bring down inches, bring down the equal sign. And instead of yards, we're saying inches right there as well. So I'm going to put a box around that. Write 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put dots. Then I don't, like over here, it looks like I did 33. I'm going to separate them with dots. Okay, step 1, we're going yards to inches. Are we going smaller to larger or larger to smaller? Here we're going larger to smaller. A yard is bigger than an inch. We're going from the yard to the inch, so we're going larger to smaller. And we multiply when we do larger to smaller. Now, what's your special number? What do you think of when you think of inches and yards? Well, you should be thinking 36 because there are 36 inches in a yard. And now, we're taking our 2 times 36. And when you multiply 2 times 36, you're going to get 72. So that goes here, and it goes here, it also goes there. And that is our answer. Okay, C, we're looking at 6 feet equals how many yards? So our answer is in yards, so we're going to change everything to yards. One, two, three, dot, dot, dot. Okay, we're going from feet to yards. Are we going larger to smaller or smaller to larger? Well, a foot is smaller than a yard, so we're going smaller to larger. That means we need to divide. What's your special number? What do you think of when you have feet and yards? You think of 3 because there's 3 feet in a yard. And now we do our 6 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3. It's going to be 2. And so our answer will be 2. For our last one here, D, our answer is in feet, so we need to change everything to feet. We're going from yards to feet, so we're going larger to smaller. That means we multiply. What's your special number? What do you think of when you think feet and yards? You should think 3, again, because there's 3 feet in a yard. And now for our final part, we're going 15 times 3. And when you multiply that, you get 45. So I'll put it here. Put it here, and I'll put it where our answer needs to be, 45. Okay, next one. We're actually going to turn around to the back side of the paper. Let's look at 7 there. It says change measures from smaller to larger by, so if we go smaller to larger, what do? We're dividing. And the answer in a division problem is the quotient change measures from larger to smaller by multiplying. If Labor Day comes on Monday, September 4th, what is the date of the next Monday after Labor Day? Well, that'd be 7 days later because there's 7 days in a week. 7 days after September 4th would be September 11th, because that'd be 7 days later from September 4th. Prince Henry, the navigator, there he is, son of King John I of Portugal, had one interest: navigation. He sent out ship after ship to the Azores, Madeira, in the Canary Islands, and down the coast of Africa. Prince Henry was born in 1394 and died in 1460. How old was he when he died? Now to figure that out, you can take your 1460 and subtract 1394. whatever you get, whatever you get will be your answer there. Let's do these ones on the bottom here. It's the same thing we did on the front side. We'll do it together now here. Okay, so 18 feet, so I'm talking about here 9a. 18 feet equals how many yards? So they're asking what is it in yards. We're changing everything to yards. Okay, this is what we're boxing because we're changing the 18 feet to yards, and we're doing our 1, 2, 3. Feet to yards, we're going smaller to bigger, so we need to divide. Step 2, what's your special number? When you think feet and yards, what's your number that comes to mind? It should be 3, because there's 3 feet in a yard. And now we're going to do 18 divided by 3. That would be 6. 6 is the answer. Okay, B, the answer is in inches, so we're going to change everything to inches. All right. Feet to inches, that's larger to smaller, so we multiply. What's your special number? How many inches are in a foot? It'd be 12. And so now we're going to do 14 times 12. If you were to work out the problem, 14 times 12, you'd get 168. And that will be your answer. C, the answer is in feet, so we need to change everything to feet. One, two, three. Okay, we're going from yards to feet, so we're going bigger to smaller. That's multiply. How many feet are in a yard? It's 3. Now we do 5 times 3. Give us 15. And to be able to help you finish your math, here's a picture of Prince Henry on a bill, a Portugal money here. Here's more about him. You go ahead and do the rest on your own. You guys are wonderful. Isn't that a funny looking hat?